of you know the story of Moses being raised in the house of Pharaoh and rising in rank. And one day he decides to go out to see the welfare of the people. And what does he see? He sees an Egyptian taskmaster beating a Jewish slave to death. He can't stand the injustice. He saves the Jew and kills the Egyptian. The Torah tells us, Vayira vayemar ochi nada hadavar. He becomes afraid. Perhaps the matter will become known to Pharaoh. And if Pharaoh finds out that he chose to save the life of a Jew over an Egyptian, he will seek the life of Moshe as well. And so Moshe flees from the land of Egypt at the age of 20, not to return for another 60 years until God sends him back as the Redeemer of the Jewish people. The rabbis tell us that this story gives us tremendous insight in what it means to have bitachon, Hebrew for faith. Because while faith means that we trust that everything that God does has purpose and has a reason and ultimately is for our benefit and our own good, there's another aspect of bitachon that we have to consider strongly. You see, we do believe that God has a system of justice. If you're righteous, you are probably deserving. If you're not, you're probably not deserving. But sometimes, even when you're not deserving, you can beat the system. Rabbi Yosef Albo, who lived in the 1400s, wrote a book called Sefer HaIkrim, a book of principles, and it discusses bitachon, faith. And it lets us know that when a person has faith, even though they may not be worthy of salvation or success or whatever it may be, the mere fact that you have faith in God to do the right thing, the faith and the strength of that faith can draw down a response from God even that you are not deserving of. That's the amazing power of bitachon. You see, in that case, the Torah is maybe making a special note that Moshe's unease, even before Pharaoh knew of the fact, the Torah tells us he was fearful of it, and only later Pharaoh became known that he killed the Egyptian, suggests that it was Moshe's fear that actually contributed to the outcome, rather than having bitachon, faith in God, deliver a far different result. Babe Ruth said that never let the fear of striking out get in your way. Maybe what he should have said is, don't be fearful of striking out, and maybe you won't. That's what Jewish faith is about. Jewish faith in the one Almighty lets us know that if you decide not to be afraid of a particular outcome, that outcome may never materialize. So this week, have a little bit more faith, a little bit more bitachon, and you might be very shocked that which you're not afraid of will never come to be.